Hello, friends. I'm still not Jim Nance, nor do I play him on TV. And I want to assure you that I'm still on the hunt for the people responsible for my baldness. Yes, it's easy to blame Grandpa. But it's more than that, it's more sinister. And I'm going to get some answers. Because this is unacceptable. Today, we are taking classic replay baseball for a spin, and I came up with a completely contrived matchup of 300 strikeout pitchers. This is the 1979 original replay set that I am thoroughly enjoying. And we're doing a matchup that could not use as played lineups. And I know that means one thing, my friends. It means heads will explode all over this great land of ours. Well, we have the solution for that. Do this. And the matchup is the 1979 California Angels visiting the Houston Astrodome to take on the 1979 Houston Astros. It's Nolan Ryan for the Angels against James Rodney Richard, or as Howard Cosell called him, James Rodney. What? A pair of right-handed strikeout specialists, the likes of which we may never see again. In the 1979 season, these two teams were almost dead even. The Angels won their division, of course, with 88 wins, narrowly defeating the Kansas City Royals for a playoff spot, and then they lost in the ALCS to the Baltimore Orioles in 4 games. The Astros nearly won the National League West, but then eventually lost to the Cincinnati Reds. However, this was, to that point, the best Astros team in history. They won 89 games, although maybe the 72 team could make a quibble at that point. And then the next season, 1980, they pushed the Phillies in maybe the greatest league championship series ever to 5 games before bowing out. So, it's Ryan, it's Richard, it's the Angels, it's the Astros. Let's go to the starting lineup. For the visiting California Angels, leading off at first base, it's Rod Carew. Batting second and third base, Carney Lansford. Batting third behind the plate, it's Brian Downing. Batting fourth, the DH, Don Baylor. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Bobby Grich. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Dan Ford. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Joe Rudy. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Rick Miller. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jim Anderson. For the homestanding Houston Astros, Terry Poole leads off in right field. Craig Reynolds bats second at shortstop. Jose Cruz bats third in left field. Cesar Cedeno bats fourth at first base. Jeff Leonard bats fifth in center field. Enos Cabell bats sixth at third base. Art Howe is the DH. He will bat seventh. Alan Ashby catches. He'll bat eighth. And Rafael Landestoy will bat ninth and play second base. Alrighty. We'll get our charts ready and do, before I drop everything everywhere, we'll do some classic replay baseball. Let's get some elevation here on the subject. And then I think we can get everything in the frame. How about that? Alrighty. Here we go with Carew stepping in against Richard. This ought to be good. Or they'll both get knocked out of the box in the first 10 minutes. Either way. Pitch to Carew is a 5 for Richard. That's a 4 on his card. And a 3 makes an 8 on column 5. And he walked him. J.R. Richard, 93 walks on the season. 98 walks on the season. He struck out 313. Ryan only struck out 223, but in 223 innings, and he walked 114, so Richard's control was better. Much better. All right, Lansford up now with Carew at first base. Richard the stretch and the pitch. That's a 5. That's another 4 for JR. It's a 17. That's a 21. That's a line shot knocked down by Enos Cabell. And everyone's going to be safe. But we're going to do an error check on old Enos. His number is a 3. And it's not higher, so they hold. So it's an infield hit, first and second for the Angels right off the bat in the first inning. Now it's Downing, his coming out party in 1979. I got to give you these numbers. Brian Downing, 326 average, 27 doubles, 326 in 509 at-bats, and he walked a ton as well. 6 is a 3 on JR's card, and that's a 9 on Downing's card in the 6th column. It's a base hit to left field. Carew could get waved. Cruz gloves it. See how fast Rod was. In 1979, he was a 4. And they're not going to do that. They're going to hold him at third with nobody out in the top of the first. Why get shot down at the plate by Jose Cruz? Now it's Baylor. Infield will play halfway. 3 is a 3, and a 5 is a 3. That makes 6 in column 3. And it's to center field. Here comes Leonard. And he will make the catch. It's a short fly ball that he makes the catch on, and there's one out now in the top of the first. Now it's Gritch, infield halfway. Angels with a golden opportunity. It's a 4 on Richard's card. It's a 5 on Gritch's card, so that's 9 in column 5. Ball 2 to Gritch. Ball 2 to Bobby Gritch. Next pitch from Richard, 1 and a 5. Hey, struck him out. There's our first strikeout. It's the old broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Ford, bases loaded, top of the first, 2 outs. Carew at third, Lansford at second, Downing at first. And they should have sent Carew. It's a 6-1. That's a 3 on Richard's card. It's a 16 on Ford's card. That makes 19. That's deep to right. That's going to drive Poole back, but he's going to make the catch. And Richard gets out of a bases loaded with nobody out situation in the top of the first with no damage. All right, now it's Ryan. Oh, no wonder I'm using B grades. Okay. So, got to stop doing that. Good thing there was no damage. Ryan to Poole. 3-2 is a 1 and a 2 and a 30 in column 3 for Nolan Ryan. And that's a looper to center. Here comes Rick Miller, the speedy Rick Miller, and he makes the catch. 1 gone in the first. Now it's Reynolds. That is hit to... They're playing back. That's hit to Jim Anderson. It's a 16. I believe Anderson is a 3. He is. That makes 19. And he throws to Carew for out number 2. Now it's Cruz. 3-2 is a 1. And 11. That makes 12 in column 3. Line shot at Carew, and that will end the inning. It's a 1-2-3 first for Ryan. Go to the second with no score in the Astrodome. Now it's Rudy, Miller, and Anderson coming up for the Angels against JR. 1-3. Hey, struck him out. That's number 2. Pork and beans. Gas. Rick Miller. 1, 2, gas. And now Anderson. 2, 4. That's a 4 in column 5. Got a piece of it. Grounds it to Landestoy, who flips to Cedeno for out number 3 in the second. So Richard has an uneventful second inning. We're going to the bottom of the second. Cedeno, Leonard, and Cabell. Righty up against Ryan. 5 is a 4. 5 is a 8. That makes it 12 in column 5. He hit him, and that's gotta hurt. Cesar Cedeno gets dotted by Nolan Ryan. Now it's Leonard. Infield halfway. The pitch. 4. And a 2 makes a 6. And he walked him. 2 on for the Astros in the bottom of the second. Now it's Cabell. Enos. The fascination of Sparky Anderson. Sparky kept giving that guy at bats in the 80s. Wow. All right. So, I'm going to do something funny. I'm going to ask Enos Cabell to bunt Nolan Ryan. So, here's the pitch. It's a 1. They're playing back, so it's going to be a bunt back to Ryan. He's going to glove it and throw to Gritch covering. And they move up to second and third. Now it's going to be Howe. They're going to play in at the corners, back up the middle, because runs are at a premium. All right. Ryan, the stretch, the pitch home to Howe is a 6. That's a 3. A 5 is a 19 in column 6 for Howe. Fly ball to right. That's going to drive Ford back, and he's going to make the catch. That's deep enough to score Cedeno on the sacrifice fly, and Leonard will move to third. 1-0 Angels on the Howe. 1-0 Astros on the Howe sacrifice fly. Now it's Ashby with 2 outs and Leonard at third. And that's going to be a 3 in column 3. That's hit to center, and here comes Miller, and he puts it away for out number 3. So they score a run on no hits. Leave 1, and after 2, it's 1-0 Astros. Top of the order coming for California. Carew, Lansford, and Downing in inning number 3. 3 is a 2, and a 1 is a 33 in column 3. Line out. Here comes Terry Poole. He's got it for out number 1. Now it's Lansford. It's a 1. That's an 11. That makes 12 in column 2. And it's a base hit to right field. You could say Carney took him the other way. You could say Carney swung late because he was hopelessly overmatched by the power of J.R. Richard. Either way, he's got a single. And now it's Downing. Downing singled in the first. The pitch. 1 for gas. Fourth strikeout for JR. Just a lot of flatulence. Baylor, 0 for 2. I'm sorry, 0 for 1. Lansford at first. The pitch. The 2 and a 3 makes 5 in column 3, and that's going to be right field. And here comes Poole, and he's got it for out number 3. We played 2.5. Excuse me. 1-0 Houston. Bottom of the order coming for the Astros. Landestoy, then Poole at the top, and Reynolds 9-1-2. Pitch to Raphael is trouble. That's a 3 and a 3 and a 6, and that's going to be over Ford's head. Look at Landestoy run. He's around second. He's going to make third, and that's a leadoff triple. That's going to bring the Angels infield in for Poole. Yeah, they're going to play in everywhere. Ryan the stretch. The pitch. It's a 1. It's a 5. Hey, struck him out. That's Nolan's first strikeout in the ball game. Now it's Reynolds. All right, it's a 2 on the squeeze blade. It's a 25. We got a rundown. It's hit to Carew. Nope. Caught off third base by the pitcher. So it's hit to Ryan. Roll 1 die against the speed of the runner. So it's hit to Ryan. He gloves it. He looks at Landestoy coming, but Landestoy's fast. He's a 5. If I roll a 6, Landestoy's out in the rundown. Anything less, he gets back to third. And I wonder what happens to the batter. Does this mean oh boy. Does this mean that Ryan just picked him off? Or does it mean it's bunted back to Ryan, and instead of going to first base, he's coming after Landestoy at third? Well, let's roll and see if they get him. They get him. So now I gotta decide what to do. Okay, so Ryan goes to third and eliminates Landestoy by throwing to Lansford, who applies the tag. Yeah, I'm going to say that Reynolds gets first on the fielder's choice. I could be wrong. I'll bring it up close to the camera so you can see. I wonder how you would interpret this, but rundown. This is what we rolled at 25. Runner caught off third base by the pitcher. Roll 1 die against the speed of the runner. If the die is higher, runner is out in the rundown. If not higher, he returns to third base safely. But there's nothing here about the batter. Maybe it is a pickoff, but wouldn't it say pickoff? I don't know. All right, so that's how I played it. I played it as a bunt that went back to Ryan, and he went to third and got Landestoy. Feel free to hit me in the comments with what you think. How would you do that one? Reynolds is at first now with 2 outs, and Cruz coming up. Pitch from Ryan to Cruz is a 4-2. That is an 11. And, of course, the infield is back now. It's hit to Gritch. Gritch is a 2. That makes 13. And he's going to boot it. Gritch is a 2. The roll is an 11. That's a 13. And it's an E4. So Reynolds moves up to second. Gritch makes the error. And now it's Cedeno. So 2 outs, 2 on for Cesar, who is dotted by Ryan in the second, but he did score the only run of the game. The pitch from Ryan, 4-1. That's hit to Carew. He's going to make the play himself to end the inning. So a leadoff triple by Landeskog goes to waste. Ryan gets out of the jam. And we go to the fourth. Gritch, Ford, Rudy for the Angels against Richard. 2 is a 1. 4 makes 6. In column 2, hey, you struck him out, and that's number 5 for Richard. Ford, 0 for 1. 3 is a 2, and 1 is a 4. That makes 6 in column 3. And that's going to be center field. Here comes the Hackman. Jeffrey Leonard with 1 flap down. He's going to make the catch. And now it's Joe Rudy 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. Nobody aboard. 1-0 Astros, top of the fourth. The pitch, it's a 2. That's a 3. That makes 5. Right field, here comes Poole, and he puts it away for out number 3. We've played 3.5. It's 1-0 Astros in the Astrodome. Coming up for Houston will be Leonard, Cabell, and Howe. Righty for the Astros against Ryan. 2-2 makes it 12. Column 2, base hit right field. The Hackman with a single and some wheels. Cabell at the plate. I'm going to let Eno swing away. I was thinking hit and run, but boy, he's against Ryan. A hit and run is tough. This is a 4. That's a 1. This is going to be trouble. The Angels infield is halfway. And that's going to be hit to Gritch, who goes to Anderson for 1. And the relay to Carew is a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play turned by the Angels. And with 2 outs and now nobody on, it's Howe. Pitch to Art. At 3, it's a 58. That's a 61 in column 6 for Howe. And this is going to go down the right field line. Dan Ford's got to go get it. Art Howe takes a double. With 2 outs, he's in scoring position for Ashby. Ryan in another jam. The stretch and the pitch to him. That's a 1. That's a 3. That makes 4 in column 2. Hey, struck him out, and that's strikeout number 2 for Ryan, and it ends the Astros' 4th inning. We've played 4 complete. It's Ryan, it's Richard, it's Ryan. 1-0 Astros. For the Angels, it's 8-9-1 in the 5th. Miller, Anderson, and then Carew. Rick Miller steps in against J.R. Richard. Pitch from J.R. is a 2. And it's a 1 on Miller's card. That's a 3 for column 5. And that's grounded to Enos Cabell, who fires to Cedeno for out number 1. Now it's Anderson. Took over for the injured Bert Campaneris during the 79 season. He's going to snake this one into center field. The base hit, to left field for Anderson. He's on. There's the tying run. And it'll bring up Carew with 1 out in the 5th. Richard to the stretch, and the pitch is a 3-3. That's a 2. That's a 5. That's a 7 in column 3. Base hit left field. Base hit left field, drops in front of Cruz. Anderson is running. Cruz is a 5 on his defense. He had a terrible reputation when he was playing, but didn't deserve it, I didn't think, but I don't know. Anderson's running is a 3. Cruz's outfield defense is a 5. So here's our chart. Well, they got a 50-50 shot at getting him. I'm going to hold him. So Anderson stops at second. Cruz at first. First and second for the Angels with 1 out. And now it's Lansford. Richard, the stretch. The pitch. Lansford's 2 for 2. That's a 36 in column 1. Okay, we got a ground ball going to Landis-Toy. He goes to Reynolds for 1. The relay to Cedeno is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play that ends the 5th. We're halfway through this one, and it's 1-0 Astros. They want some insurance against Nolan Ryan, so it's Landis-Toy, Poole, and Reynolds. In the Astros 5th, pitch from Nolan Ryan, struck him out. That's number 3 for Ryan. The Express. Poole is 0 for 2. 2-3 is a 5 in column 2. And there's strikeout number 4. Flatulence. Gas. And 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Now for Craig Reynolds. He's 0 for 2. Nobody aboard. Cruz on deck. The pitch. 3 for Ryan. 6 for Reynolds. Makes 48 in column 3. Base hit to right field for Reynolds due to having the platoon advantage. So with 2 outs, there's a runner at first for Cruz. Ryan the stretch. Cruz is 0 for 2. Pitch to Jose is a 1 and a 5. Makes a 6. And he just waves at that Ryan breaking ball. Ryan gets the side, sandwiched around a base hit. 5 strikeouts for Ryan now. We've played 5 complete. It's 1-0 Astros in the Astrodome. Always thought it was really dark in the Astrodome. At least it looked that way on TV. I was never there in person, but it looked dark. So did the Kingdome. The Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome never seemed that dark to me, but the Kingdome and the Astrodome always seemed really dark. I don't know. You agree? Put that in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. Top of the 6th, it's Downing, Baylor, and Gritch. 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Angels. They're looking to get back and tie this game. That's a 1. Plus a 35 makes a 36 in column 1. Hey, struck him out, and that's strikeout number 6 for JR. Or as Howard Cosell would say, for James Rodney. Like, I don't know. To me, if you go James Rodney, you got to add the Richard. You got to say James Rodney Richard. You can't say James Rodney because then people think you think that's his name. I don't know. Baylor with 1 out and nobody on. 4-5 is an 18. Grounded to Anderson. He is a 3. That makes 21. That's off his glove. And Reynolds. Man, having a senior moment today. Reynolds is a 3. That makes 21. That's off his glove. And Baylor's going to reach on the infield hit. Well, now they could look at doing something here. But this was Gritch's best year. Big time power. I'm going to let him go for it. Richard, the stretch, the pitch to Gritch is a 3. That's a 2 on Richard's card. It's a 5. That's a 3 on Gritch's card. That makes 5 in column 3. And I should have sent him. Ground ball, Landeskog goes to Reynolds for 1. The relay to Cedeno is a rally-killing, soul-crushing double play that gets Richard out of the 6th inning. We played 5.5, and it's 1-0 Houston. The Astros would love some insurance. Cedeno, Leonard, Cabell, ready against Ryan in the 6th. 5 is a 4 on Ryan's card. 3 is a 5. That makes 9 in column 5. And it would help if I looked at the correct page. That we walks him. So Cedeno is on board with a walk. Leonard, the 5th batter, is 1 for 1 with a walk. They're going to gamble. Now, I was watching the 1980 NLCS, and they were talking about how Bill Verdon did not like to hit and run, but he did like the sacrifice. I don't know if there's data on that or not, but why not hit and run? I don't know. But this is a terrible time to hit and run, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's hard to hit and run off a power pitcher, but I'm going to send Cedeno on the hit and run. Pitcher's hit and run column is there. It's a 3 on Ryan's card. It's a 25 with the 6 on Leonard's card. That makes 28. Fly ball right field. Here comes Ford, and he's going to put it away for out number 1. Now it's Cabell. Ryan the stretch and the pitch. That's a 4 of his card. It's a 7. That makes 11 in column 5 for Enos, and he dots him. Second hit batter. 2 on now with 1 out for Art Howe. Sacrifice fly in the 2nd to drive in the only run of the game. He also doubled in the 4th, 1 for 1 officially, and Ryan needs a double play. The stretch from the Express, the pitch to Howe is a 2, that's a 1, that's a 5, that's a 6 in column 2, and that is going to be strikeout number 6. They are even in strikeouts now. Ryan and Richard each has 6, and now it's going to be Ashby with 2 outs and 2 on. Allen is 0 for 2. Hey, struck him out, and Ryan just passed Richard. He's got 7 strikeouts and got himself out of the 6th inning all by himself. We go to the 7th. I'm using the DH in this game because I don't know what to do for pitcher hitting cards in classic replay. Maybe someone can clue me in on that in the comments. It's interesting because on the National League cards, I guess they make a composite pitcher's hitting card for each team. This is what the Astros card looks like, but there's no... I don't know what to do for the American League pitchers, who of course would be terrible hitters, but I don't know. So I'm using the DH in interleague play. Alright, so it's Ford, Rudy, and Miller. 6, 7, 8 hitters. Righty, righty, lefty against Richard. It's the top of the 7th. The Astros are leading 1-0. The pitch, 17 in column 2. Hey, struck him out, and there's strikeout number 7 for Richard. Now it's Rudy. 0 for 2 for Joe. The pitch, it's a 1, it's a 4. Hey, struck him out. That's number 8. 2 gone in the 7th, and now it's going to be Miller, who you would think had a short enough stroke to be able to hit JR. 1 plus 27 makes 28 in column 2. Ground ball at Cabell. Enos gloves it and throws to Cedeno for out number 3. It's time to stretch him out in Houston. 1-0 Astros. Nolan Ryan will face Landis-Doy, Poole, and Reynolds. 8-9-1 in inning number 7. Pitch to Raphael. It's a 2-2. Ballet, anyone? That's a 12. That's a base hit. Landis-Doy's aboard. And that's an asterisk. And the asterisk in the classic game. Roll 1 die against the catcher's rating. If the die is higher, it's a stolen base. If not higher, the runner holds. Alright, so Brian Downing, never known as the strongest armed catcher. He's a 3. He holds. Landis-Doy holds. Alright, so with 1 out, it's Poole. Or nobody out, it's Poole. Could bunt here. Play for 1 run. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Alright, Ryan the stretch, the pitch. Poole is bunting. It's hit to Lansford. The bunt is a 3. It goes to Lansford, who fires to Gritch covering, and the sacrifice works as Landis-Doy moves up to second base. So he's in scoring position with 1 out for Reynolds with Cruz on deck. Now the run against Ryan is unearned because of the Gritch error back in the 2nd inning. Oh no, wait, Gritch made his error in the 3rd inning. That run is earned. So I think the Angels are going to start some bullpen action. And it's going to be LaRoche and Montague. Lefty-righty double-barreled action. Reynolds at the plate. Landis-Toy at second. 1 out. Uh-oh. That's a 3. That's a 4. That makes 7. In column 6, it's a base hit to center field. Charging hard is Miller. Runner on second may attempt to score. They're going to send him. Landis-Toy is a 5. So if it's a 6, they get him. If not, they could cut it, but they can't cut it. They're not going to cut the throw. The throw's going to go through, so Reynolds will go to second. Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't say anything about that. If there's a throw to the plate, runner on first goes to third. Well, there wasn't a runner on first, so Reynolds will hold it first, so the throw comes home. Landis-Toy scores on the single by Reynolds. And it's 2-0 Astros. Cruz coming to the plate now. Cedeno on deck. Ryan the stretch and the pitch. It's a 1. It's a 43. It makes 44 in column 2 for Jose Cruz. It's a comebacker. Gloved by Ryan. And it's knocked down. He picks it up. He throws to first, and they get Cruz by a step. Reynolds makes second safely, and now it's Cabell with Reynolds in scoring position. Cedeno has been hit by a pitch and walked, and 0 for 1. He has also scored a run. Leonard is on deck. Now, ordinarily, if I had the chance to get around Cesar Cedeno by getting to Jeffrey Leonard, I would do a happy jig. I don't know what Jim Fregosi would have done, but I think he would have walked Cedeno, and I'm going to do that as well. So Cedeno is going to reach for the 3rd time, and it'll be Leonard with first and second and 2 outs with Ryan in duress. 3-3. It's a 1 for Ryan. It's a 5 for Leonard. That makes 6 in column 3. It's to center field. Here comes Miller. Here comes Miller. He's got it for out number 3. So the Astros add an insurance run in the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-0 Houston. And the Angels have some work to do against maybe the best pitcher in baseball in 1979, James Rodney Richard. All right, so it's 8-9-1 coming for California. And that doesn't spell good things for Jim Anderson. Even though Anderson is 1 for 2, I'm not going to wait for lightning to strike again. So I'm looking at the Angels bench, and I'm going to go with Willie Aikens. Try and get something going here. Richard has allowed 6 hits, but they're all singles. He's struck out 8. Aikens was a rookie in 1979 and got a lot of time when Carew was hurt. Aikens 280 in 379 at bats. He had 21 homers. A lot of DH time. So Aikens is in there now. Kind of an odd choice for a leadoff man in an inning, but I got Carew and Lansford coming next. So here we go. Richard winds and delivers. That's a 5 in column 5. And ground ball, Craig Reynolds. He throws to Cedeno for out number 1. Carew. column 4, that's to Cabell. Got a 3 on Caru's card, that makes 9. Cabell is a 3, that makes 12. And Enos just clanked that one. We got an E5, and Carew is safe at first. And here comes Lansford. He's the tying run at the plate. Now, the Astros bullpen is an interesting story. Sambito, of course, was huge. But it wasn't as deep as it was in 1980. LaCourte was horrible. Sambito was great. Randy Neiman was another lefty. Bert Roberge was only in 26 games, but he was very good. I don't know. Rick Williams, who I do not remember. And I was pretty plugged in 1979. So I guess it's Sambito starting to throw. One out. Carew on first. Lansford up. Richard. The stretch and the pitch. There's a 2. There's a 5. Hey, struck him out, and that's number 9 for JR. 2 outs in the 8th, and now it's Downing with the tying run. Richard the stretch, and the pitch to Brian is a 6. That's a 2, and this is trouble. That's a 61, when that's going to rattle around down into the right field corner. Poole's got to go get it. And are they going to wave Carew? There's 2 outs. 4-5 speed is going to make it, and he's going to make it. It's 2-1. A 2-out double into the right field corner for Downing scores Carew all the way from first base, and it's 2-1 Astros with Downing in scoring position. That run is unearned, so it doesn't mean I have to pull Richard next inning, but Baylor's 1 for 3. First base is open. Downing is at second. Gritch is on deck. It doesn't get any easier. Richard, the stretch. And the pitch to the American League MVP in 1979. It's a 2. It's a 4. That makes 6 in column 3. Center field, here comes Leonard. And he's going to put it away for out number 3. So the Angels settle for an unearned run. On 1 hit, they leave 1. After 7.5, it's 2-1 Astros. We had a good one at the Astrodome. New shortstop will be Bert Campaneris. He'll hit in the 9 spot. Where is he? I just had him. Oh, here he is. All right. Now it's Ryan starting out the 8th inning, but if somebody reaches, I got to pull him. Bullpen's ready. LaRoche and Montague. Cabell, Howe, and Ashby. 6, 7, 8. Why do I keep doing that? 6, 7, 8 hitters. Cabell, Howe, and Ashby. All right. Against Ryan. If somebody reaches, Ryan moves to his B grade, and I might make a move at that point. Cabell is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a bunt. 6-2 is a 3 for Ryan, and a 2 makes, and that's going to be a hit for Enos Cabell. That's going to be a hit for Enos Cabell. Down the left field line, he's going to pull Ryan. I thought of that. It's kind of funny. Down the left field corner, Rudy's got to go get it. Cabell's going to have a leadoff double, and that's going to move Ryan to his B grade. The good news for the Angels is it's Art Howe coming to the plate. Ashby's on deck. Howe is 1 for 2. He does have a sacrifice fly and a double. Gonna leave Ryan in for the moment. Do I bunt with Howe? No, I don't. The pitch, 1-2. Hey, struck him out, and that is strikeout number 8 for the Express. Now it's Ashby. Remember the 81 miniseries between the Astros and the Dodgers when Ashby took Dave Stewart? Dave Stewart in 1981 threw gas, and Alan Ashby took him deep to win a game. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. That traumatized me to the point I still remember it 40 years later. All right, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts for Ashby. Let's see if he can take Ryan deep. The pitch, 4-2. This could be trouble. Fielding check. They're playing back. Oh no, he's got a 3, so that or 2. That goes to Gritch, who's going to make the play to Carew for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Landestoy as Cabell moves to third base. Now, ordinarily, this would be pinch hit time, but Landestoy's got 2 hits. He's tripled off Ryan. He singled. He scored a run, 2 for 3. So I'm going to give him a shot to drive in the run. Ryan the stretch, and he just might do it. That's a 3 on Ryan. It's a 16 on Landestoy. That's a 19. That's deep to right. It's going to drive Ford back to the track, but he's going to make the catch, and Ryan gets away with pitching fatigued in the 8th. So we go to the 9th. It's 2-1 Astros. Gritch, Ford, and Rudy against J.R. Richard, and Richard is not fatigued. The run in the 8th was unearned, so he's still throwing a shutout technically. 2-1. So he's got a 1-run lead. Sambito is throwing in the bullpen for Houston all by his lonesome. Ryan has allowed 7 hits. Richard has allowed 7 hits. Ryan has struck out 8. Richard has struck out 9. Ryan has allowed 2 runs. Richard has allowed 1. Gritch, Ford, and Rudy, righty, righty, righty at this point to face JR. The pitch, 2, 4, 11, 12 in column 2 for Bobby Gritch. Base hit right field, and there's your tying run. Now, ordinarily, you would say you don't play for 1 run, and yet getting 1 run is so difficult. Playing for a big inning here seems foolish. So I'm going to ask Ford to bunt. Let's see if there's any wheels on the bench for the Angels. Nothing faster than Gritch. Okay, so I'm going to put the sacrifice sign on for Ford. Look at his numbers so you can really second guess. Ford in 79 had 569 at-bats, 165 hits, 26 doubles, 21 homers, 290 average. Well, I changed my mind. We're not going to have him bunt. Richard, the stretch. The pitch to Ford is a strike 3 swinging. Well, I should have had him bunt. Struck him out. That's number 10 for JR. There's one gone in the 9th. Now it's Rudy who's 0 for 3. And a historically good hit and run man. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm playing hit and run against the hardest throwing pitcher in the game. All right, so here we go. Richard the stretch. There are his hit and run numbers. You see Rudy's. Here we go. Gritch is off with the pitch. There's one out in the 9th. 1 on Richard's card. 32 makes 33 on Rudy's card. Oh my God. J.R. Richard just picked Gritch off first base. There's 2 outs. Well, that takes away the hit and run. All right, Rudy. Second guesser's delight. There's a 2 plus a 13 in column 3. Line shot at Landestoy, and there's your ball game. Well, yeah. See, the desperation of going against J.R. Richard and the need to score drove me to a play I should not have made. All right, so let's do the numbers. Richard went 9 innings. He allowed 8 hits. He allowed 1 run. It was not earned. He struck out 10. He walked 1. And he didn't hit anybody, I do not believe. No. Ryan went 8 innings. He allowed 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. He allowed 2 runs. They were both earned. He struck out 8. He walked 1, 2, unintentionally and 1 intentionally, and he hit 2 batters. So the line scores look like this for the victorious Astros. 2 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error. The Angels had 1 run on 8 hits. They committed 1 error. The winning pitcher, of course, is Richard. Losing pitcher is Ryan. This was a lot of fun. I'm so glad you joined me. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I need your subscriptions, folks. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me for Classic Replay. Lots more baseball on my channel coming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.